Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Fantastic Talks. This is going to be a little small video I wanted to do for you guys and get off my chest. This is catered to all my Spider-Man fans that may be watching on my channel. Insomniac has been very quiet as of late in terms of production of Wolverine, the possibility of a sequel to Spider-Man 2, but we have heard some big rumours going around lately. Very surprising rumours. Obviously, so this is all what I'm about to get into is obviously not confirmed yet. This is something that's been sort of going around for kind of a while, but it's kind of lit up again due to some more like new information that's being thrown around lately. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I just wanted to sort of get off my chest to tell you guys what I think, because I'm sort of skeptical and 50-50 on it, really. A while back, as we all know, there was a possibility of a Venom game in the making and was meant to release not long after Spider-Man 2. Having a similar situation as how Miles Morales came out about a year or two later after the first game, I think. And being able to play as Venom in Marvel Spider-Man 2, in that little segment where we're going through Oscorp and leading up to Kraven's fight, was a big indication that there might have been something planned for Venom in the future. Now, the rumours are that this is the information that we have going around for it. Eddie Brock would be the lead, so he will become Venom somehow, and Eddie Brock will be similar to how he is in the comics. I'm guessing in terms of personality, the way he looks, stuff like that, maybe. Whether he'll have a grudge against Peter for whatever reason, God knows, because they haven't really established that in the games. Cletus Kasady coming back as Carnage would be the villain for him, which makes sense, but also kind of confusing as well. I'm going to get into that in a minute. Anti-Venom will somehow appear and be controlled by Eddie as well. That's another rumour I've heard. Along with Eddie maintaining control over his persona with Anti-Venom, apparently. So, and in terms of length of the game, I presume, like I said, they'll probably go the Miles Morales route, and it'll just be like a 10-hour long game, more or less, something like that. And it's likely due to release in 2027, because I believe the rumours are going around that Wolverine is going to be the one to come out first in 2026, supposedly. There's meant to be some more information due to be revealed soon about that, apparently, so Wolverine is still due to be released. I was worried we were never going to get any information of Wolverine. It wouldn't surprise me if they even cancel the game entirely. Because ever since that game's announcement, it's been so quiet since. So that was like back in 2021, I believe. So I'll be surprised if it still comes out. Hopefully it does. And supposedly the Venom spin-off game will come out after. Now, I wanted to sort of get into this a little bit more. The idea of Venom coming back, as much as I would love that, and there's probably going to be people going to be sort of arguing in the comments with me here, but to me it just doesn't really make sense to how Venom can come back, considering how the game ended, how the main story ended, with Peter and Miles using the particle accelerator to erase all the symbiotes that were invading the planet, or New York for that matter, including supposedly it got rid of Venom in Harry, which put Harry in a coma. And with all the symbiotes getting erased, which means that the symbiote sample that Cletus Kasady gets a hold of from the Oscorp truck, surely that would have been erased with it as well, unless he somehow managed to freeze it somehow in cold storage for like later purposes. I don't know. There probably some bullshit like that they'll probably come up with later down the line, because like the way Cletus Kasady was being set up in the game means that he was probably going to be a villain either in Spider-Man 3 or supposedly the Venom spin-off. But I would like Carnage to be in the next Spider-Man game, so him just being Venom's villain, although I get that that would make sense, I would still want him to be Spider-Man's villain as well, which is kind of why I was a bit bummed he didn't appear in Spider-Man 2 to go alongside with Venom. I don't know, like I don't know how they could have made that work. And Anti-Venom also appearing, but Eddie Brock becoming Anti-Venom, I don't know how that's going to work, because obviously if this game is going to be quite a short game, I don't know how. First of all, how on earth are you going to introduce Eddie? Because he's not been introduced in the previous 2 or 3 games, if you want to include Miles Morales in there. I know he was referenced in one of the backpacks that you discover as you're roaming around the city, and it's like a little goodbye, good luck card that staff at Daily Bugle write for Peter, and Eddie Brock is also mentioned on that card. So Although he has been referenced, and I'm not going to include the call that he has in the game as well. When Peter is trying to find his stuff after being evicted, his name may have been Eddie, but I don't think it was Eddie Brock. I don't believe that was the same Eddie. In my opinion, I don't know why he would be working at a garbage disposal company, unless he somehow lost his job at the Daily Bugle and his life just sort of went down to shit, and that's why he's working there. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't believe that was Eddie. That was the Eddie Brock on the phone that Peter was talking to. But my point is, I don't know how you can introduce Eddie Brock now when he should have been introduced in Spider-Man 2. Now, obviously we would have liked to see, if that was the case, he still probably wouldn't have become Venom, but he would have been a good setup leading up to the Venom spin-off. So Harry still could have stayed as Venom, and I would like to think that it would have been a completely different ending entirely, and the Venom symbiote somehow got away and it got on Eddie, and it came off Harry and got away. How Eddie would have been involved in the original story, I don't know, but like, he should have been introduced at least to start building him up for him to become Venom next. I don't know. So I don't know how they will do that in the spin-off game. How would you sort of introduce him out of nowhere in such a short time span of a game we're probably going to get? I don't know how we'll be able to feel for this character so quickly, you know, and how on earth he's going to get the Venom symbiote, let alone how he's going to become Anti-Venom. In my opinion, it is even a slight hint of the Venom symbiote still in Harry's body. I think it makes sense for Harry to become Anti-Venom rather than Eddie, considering Peter having the Anti-Venom suit on himself, which is what helped sort of eradicate Venom off of Harry. So before the particle accelerator went off to eradicate him and all the other symbiotes completely. So I like to think that a bit of Peter's Anti-Venom abilities sort of got absorbed into Harry somehow. I like to sort of imagine, and that's how we're gonna get Anti-Venom in Harry. That would make more sense to me rather than Eddie suddenly becoming Anti-Venom out of nowhere. I'd rather Eddie just stayed as Venom, like Venom. So I don't know how a Venom game is really going to work. That's my moral of the story here. So am I excited for a Venom game? Of course I am. That segment like I said, the segment in Marvel Spider-Man 2 was so cool, and there's so much more they could expand on that, because I feel like there should have been more to Venom's abilities than the 2 or 3 that we had in that game. Imagine what else they can do if they developed on that more in an actual game. So I would love that. And Carnage coming in, cool, of course I'd love that too. But how it's going to somehow fit in, God knows. Not only that, but there's also rumours of Miguel O'Hara also appearing in the spin-off somehow. Either that or he will appear in Spider-Man 3. And I'm going to be really honest here. I really don't want a Spider-Verse related thing in these games, because what I love about these Spider-Man games, Insomniac's universe, is how grounded they are. They don't need to like connect to anything else. I like that they're their own. It's their own sort of universe and their own thing, because it works the way it does, and it's just much more. It's a bit more investing for me, in my opinion. That they're just sort of like how connected all these characters are in this universe, and how you don't need something Spider-Verse related to just sort of like be involved in that, because it just feels unnecessary. And I'm gonna be honest, that side quest where you're collecting all the spider bots, and then you get that hidden cutscene at the end that's looking for Miguel O'Hara. I wasn't really a fan. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like how I had to collect so many of those spider bots just to unlock a new cutscene, and not actually. What I was hoping collecting the spider bots would unlock the Miguel O'Hara suit from Across the Spider-Verse, because I think Miguel O'Hara's Spider-Man suit in that movie is so cool, like the way it looks and such, the way his posture is and the build that he has. I wish we unlocked that suit. Like why on earth that suit was in the game, I don't know. But yeah, I wasn't a fan of that side quest, and if that is a tease for a Spider-Verse build up in the next game, I'm really worried how they're going to handle that. Considering we're meant to also get Silk as well, how Silk is going to get involved, considering Cindy Moon was teased at the end of the game. How on earth is she going to get involved? As well as trying to add in Miguel O'Hara. Is there going to be a random Spider-Verse side quest completely unrelated to the main story that's going on? I assume that's going to be about Green Goblin and Carnage, or if Carnage is going to be in the game, and Doc Ock coming back. I don't know how on earth Miguel O'Hara is going to be is going to have any relation to the main story. I don't know how. It's just going to seem a bit out of nowhere and feel like there's going to be too much going on to fit in. So I don't know. Of course I would like to see Miguel O'Hara, but I just don't know if you really need him as a character in these next couple of games. I'd rather have him as a costume. So I don't know. There seems to be a lot that they're building that I don't know how they're going to make it all fit. So we're going to have to wait and see. Otherwise, guys, I'd like to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think? Are you guys genuinely excited to be getting a Venom game? Do you think it's still going to happen? Do you think the rumours are true about Eddie Brock coming in, us getting Carnage as the villain, or would you have Carnage for Spider-Man 3 alongside Green Goblin? Are the rumours of Miguel O'Hara coming into the game also true? If so, would you like him to appear in this game? How do you think he could work? Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Please do drop a like if you have enjoyed my thoughts on this, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future Spider-Man videos coming soon, because I've definitely got 1 or 2 more planned in the future. Until then, guys, take care, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.